Greetings, salutations, and hello. Welcome back to the next episode of The Ultimate Human. I am host and creator, Logan, and in today's episode, we will see the top 8 become a top 5 as we race towards the finale of the season. We will first see some of the recourse from after the Samaria vote off. We will then see a couple challenges that will ultimately leave 3 players in jeopardy. One of those 3 players will then be voted out, where they will join Dez in Limbo. After that, we will see our final Limbo battle happen, as either the player who was just voted out or Dez will re-enter the game with an equal chance to win as the others, as we officially get our top 7. After the Limbo competition has concluded, we'll see our top 7 attempt to survive a double elimination round, where one of them will be voted out due to a vote and the other due to a challenge. All this will happen during this episode, but first, let's start off with what happened right after the Samaria vote, leading up to the first challenge of the episode.
So, we just voted Samaria out, and it seems like Kyle and Chloe are pretty upset about that. But luckily for me, they're actually blaming Courtney and Zander. And although Courtney and Zander are my allies with the Jonas Sister Alliance and the Rat Poison Alliance, I would much rather the blame be on them and the spotlight be on them than me, because that makes my game go a little bit further.
Well, here we are. Samaria was just voted out.
Zander betrayed me.
I did betray
Him and Courtney. Not
and
me.
Courtney, yeah. How it kind of shook out. Do you want to
Go, you can start. I'll pick up.
They were kind of like... So Courtney and I emerged as prettiest couple at the ball because we were safe in the round of 8, which meant that pretty much anyone who wanted to move forward was going to need to work with us in order to get something solid. So then you had Samaria, Chloe, Kyle over here, and Bree, Skylar, and Taneshia over here. And Courtney and I talked about it for probably an hour cumulatively between the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, they kept dipping off. That's why I knew something was wrong.
Yeah, they pulled us in. You pulled us in, the 3 of you, to be in your group of 5.
Yeah, we wanted to do a top 5 thing. But I guess we weren't convincing enough.
Well, we just knew that whoever came in from Limbo was probably going to end up going with Kyle, Chloe, and Samaria. And so that would leave us with a group of 6, which Courtney and I, at that point, we were a tight 2. So we just felt more comfortable going where
they didn't trust. So basically, they told us one thing.
Yeah.
Him and Courtney voted different.
Like a liar.
Yeah. I guess we weren't convincing enough, but I'll see how this plays out, because I just felt like they would have been safer if they would have stayed on.
Can I tell you, actually, right before I was I was gonna let you in. But I didn't.
But I wouldn't have.
Courtney was like, don't.
How Courtney? Wow.
And I kind of, would you have blown shit up, or would you just...
No, there wouldn't have been anything that I could have done.
Well, you could have voted again. You could have voted out Samaria, I guess.
Right, and I wouldn't have.
It's what would that really have
It wouldn't have done anything, because they already had the most votes. So here's what it is. I personally think they made the wrong choice. I think they should have stayed with us, because me, Kyle, and Samaria are actually loyal, and we have been from the jump, and they would have ended up really well with us instead of them. But it is what it is. And whoever comes back from Limbo, it's a toss-up, because we haven't really talked to Devon. I mean, I kind of have some rapport with Dez, so maybe, but that still would have just made us stronger anyway.
Yeah.
It would have landed us in the top 5. We said once we got to the top 5, then we would all disband and do our own thing. So now, we're going to see who comes back from Limbo. So first up, because there was 2. It was me, you, and Samaria.
Yeah, and then there was Skylar, Bree, and Taneshia.
Right.
And that left only 2 other people, Courtney and Zander.
So
we got Zander.
Whoever had him.
I got Courtney first. She vouched for us. She would be there for us. As long as we got to the end, that's all that matters. We were all 5 gonna make it to the end.
We was ready to vote.
And then once we get to 5, it's all free for all. But we were all ready to vote. At the end of the day, Courtney convinced Zander to vote for Samaria.
It seemed that most of the heat from the Samaria vote off from Chloe and Kyle was being put onto Zander and Courtney, as those were the 2 who actually lied to Chloe and Kyle. It was seeming as if Zander was doing a good job at pointing the target onto Courtney as opposed to himself from the eyes of Chloe and Kyle. With the blame game starting to happen for the Samaria vote-off, we're heading into the first challenge of the episode. This challenge would be called More, Less, or Equal, and this is how it's going to work. Each of the players will have a buzzer in their hand. Whenever they believe they can answer the question correctly, they'll press the buzzer. The types of questions are simple. I'll first show an image on the screen. The image will have a suggestion above it. The suggestion will say something about the amount of objects in the image. The goal of the players is to assess whether the suggestion made is correct, which would mean equal, or if there are more or less than the suggested amount in the actual picture. Once you've counted the image and you believe that you have the right answer, you'll buzz in. Once you buzz in, I will remove the image from the screen and I will ask you for your answer. If you are correct, you will be awarded 1 point. If you are incorrect, you will be given 1 strike. If you receive 2 strikes during this game, you are eliminated. If you get 3 points during this game, you win the challenge. So you would win one of 2 ways. You would either get 3 points, or everyone else would strike out by receiving 2 strikes for incorrect answers. This round would go a bit different for the winner. The winner would choose 2 other players to keep safe for the round, as the other 4 players would continue to battle it out in a head-to-head challenge, where one of them will ultimately still be voted out of this game. But the winner in this round will not only save themselves, but 2 other players as well. Huge stakes, huge responsibility, and a huge decision. Let's tune in and see who wins and what decision they're going to make. 14 traffic cones.
4.
And you were number 2. So Zander has 1 point, 2 more, and you win this competition. There are 19 metal balls. That was okay, 8. How many would you like to think there are?
I would like to say that there are more.
Zander and Chloe both have
I didn't
points.
get anything.
Because they weren't wrong.
I guess I got it.
Okay, so we're on question 3 now. There are 18 cups.
Nice.
There is actually equal to. We need to test together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cups. So equal to. Chloe is not still at 1 point, but she's got 1 strike. 1 more strike, you're out of this game. Right? There are 17 pieces of cat food.
Less than?
I guess we're not. I guess we're not
17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You said 8 less than? That is incorrect. 14 incenses.
Exactly.
Did you say exactly? That is incorrect. There is less than. There are 12 instincts.
Oh, I thought those were double because they had. I just don't know what it was like.
There are 18 dominoes.
Fuck it, more.
You said more? That is correct. There are 19 dominoes. You're right. There are 20 Uno cards in this photo.
Less.
It's equal. There are
Damn it.
20 in this picture.
Maybe I should.
There are 26 wooden hoops.
I like that one.
You said less? There are less. There are 25 wooden hoops. Congratulations.
I thought this was gonna be like.
There are 27 bottle caps.
I don't think that. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna say less.
There are equal
Dang.
27 bottle caps, which means Chloe has been eliminated from this particular competition round. There are 21 HP balls.
Less.
That is incorrect. There are 22.
She's down
So
too.
there's more. Bree, you're out as well. There are 20 sticks.
Fuck it, less.
That is correct. There are 19 sticks. There are 20 hangers in this photo.
More.
There are equal to 20 hangers. Next thing, there are 25 blocks.
3, 4.
Less.
That is correct. There are 24. Alright, so you're at 2, Skylar's at 2. And we'll see what happens. If either one y'all get it right, y'all win. There are 20 balls.
Less.
Incorrect.
Damn
It's equal.
That's your second? I
That's the second. Okay, here we go. 26 puzzle pieces. Tanisha?
Less.
That is correct. There are 25. Good job, Tanisha. There are 22 blocks. Connor?
More.
That is correct. There is 23. You are now also at 2 points. There are 18 blocks. Who is 7? I think that is Kyle. Kyle.
Wait.
But it says 7 got first. Oh no, it's this. Oh, it's a bunch of you. Kyle, what is it?
I think I was thinking it was more because I was kind of distracted.
That is correct, and congratulations! Kyle has now won this challenge and guaranteed his spot in the next round. And with that, he also has the ability to save 2 people. And to no one's surprise, he chose Chloe. And to some people's surprise, he also chose Bree as the 2 players that he would keep safe and guarantee their spot in the next round as well. Meaning for our other 4 humans, Taneshia, Zander, Courtney, or Skylar, the road was about to end. Before one of them is voted out, they will have the chance to battle out in one last competition to earn their safety. This competition will be called Pyramid Pong, and it's very simple. You will be playing in a head-to-head match against the person in front of you, with the goal of throwing your balls into the cups on the pyramid. The first player to fill all their cups would win the competition. This challenge would be set up as a mini tournament style, meaning that all 4 of the players would be given someone else that they would face off against in the first round, and the winner of both of these 2 matches would move off to the final match where they would face off head to head, and the winner would earn their safety and a spot in the next round. Let's tune in and see what's going to happen in this challenge.
Randy saving the day by changing the light bulb.
This is a confessional. Randy's changing the light. Oh, it's back on. Okay. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Everybody try to help us keep on.
Come sit. Come sit.
What are you saying?
Come sit.
Oh, Kappa C.
You got it? Alright, so Skylar's done.
In round 1, Zander was defeated by Skylar. Now, for round 2, Courtney and Taneshia will face off. The winner will battle Skylar in the 3rd and final round of this competition.
Competition. 3, 2, 1, begin.
I caught like a second.
Oh my god.
It is. Alright, Courtney versus Skylar, final round.
Now that Zander has been beaten by Skylar, and in round 2, Taneshia has just been beaten by Courtney, Skylar and Courtney will now face off in the final round of this competition.
This is for safety for this round. This is their last chance. 3, 2, 1, begin. She is done. Safety for the round. Now that Skylar has earned her safety for the round, for either Taneshia, Courtney, or Zander, the road was about to come to an end as they're heading to Limbo to face off against Dez. Let's see what happens.
So you probably just saw Kappa Sig just kind of came to me, and I was just throwing it. But anyways, I have played Pong before, obviously. No, I'm just kidding. I played Pong before and I like it. I think I'm good at it, but the thing is when I play it, it either goes where I can't get a shot and I'll make the last ones, or I'll have a little burst like that and I just keep making them. So I was very lucky that I was making them, and I thought it was just funny that I was saying Kappa Sig. Like if I didn't win that challenge, I'm pretty sure I would have been voted out, but I'm just glad I won that challenge and it was fun, and I'm just glad Kappa Sig.
I needed someone from our side to stay in power, such as me, Skylar, Zander, or Courtney. Because if that would have happened, we wouldn't be put in the situation that I'm in now, which is where I have to choose between Zander and Courtney and who I'm gonna vote out. And with these being two of my strongest allies in the game, it's a really tough decision for me to make. I and Skylar together are scrambling to find answers on who we should vote out. We hear from Courtney that Zander has said to different people in the game that I would be a threat and that he might take me out. And if this is true, I would like to know. So I ask Zander himself, me and Skylar both. And once we ask him, he does admit that he has said that I have won games before, but that he had no intention of voting me out, and that he wanted to be honest with me and tell me that this was a conversation that happened. And because he was honest with me, it kind of made me think maybe Courtney would be the better option to vote out. And maybe keep Zander a little bit longer, because I think that if we made it to the end together, that I might be able to beat him in the competition.
So choosing between Courtney and Zander, I was torn because if I'm remembering correctly, Courtney had talked about how like last season she did fairly well and she did really, really good this season. Was a good team player. And then Zander, he played a good political game. I will definitely give him that. So I was choosing like who did I think I would be able to beat.
Okay. It's us three.
Chemistry's off the chain.
I'm not gonna come here and say vote for me because
This is Twilight level
chemistry.
chemistry.
So I can't sit here and say please just vote for me because you guys have other options.
So excited. I just have to go
I
through
can
one
just
more round
really
and
agree that I want to
back
stay
in.
Like
Just have to win one last
I
time.
play.
Like, I'm here.
I'm here to play, and that's really what I want to do.
Yeah.
You guys want to
I mean,
continue to have a good and strong game with good competitors. Please keep me in unless you guys don't want to have a good game like that.
Yeah, I get that.
You've been heard.
Yeah,
I want to
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for hearing me out.
Yeah, no problem.
It means
So excited. I just have to go through one more round and I'm back in. Just have to win one last time.
She's the one who swayed Zander.
She's the reason Samaria is on.
Exactly.
Who are we talking about?
Courtney.
She
She
ruined
backstabbed
our
us.
alliance. She did.
Yeah,
She backstabbed
She
us.
backstabbed us to begin with, but then I won that challenge and we back in this bitch.
So Courtney gotta go because you let Samaria go, and I was really.
They thought they would have played us well,
But nah, sorry, Courtney. You next.
My heart is leaning you. So Courtney and Zander are both. Because it's me, Courtney, Zander, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you, Courtney, Zander. Zander's strong. Zander's very good. Courtney's also very good, and she has a good personality. Who do I feel I'll be up the most against? It's Courtney. I would say vote for Courtney. Obviously. But the hard thing is that she's also in my alliance, but we're at the end.
Yeah.
We are.
This is time to make our choices.
To make our choices on who's going to be
He's gonna be in the top 3.
gonna be the top 3. I'm honestly proud of myself for even getting here, so I'm gonna give
I'm
myself
proud of
those
you
props.
too. Respect.
We can trust you to vote. How you say? I will. You might have a chance. Like I will pinky promise, and I take pinky promises very seriously.
Okay.
So
Can you promise it up?
you hear with it? Good. Last time we trusted somebody, it didn't go too well, but no,
However it works out, it's because it is not us.
We thought
a vote for you.
last vote was the game changer. This is the game
Yeah.
changer.
So if something happens, we take it in. Remember that.
Yeah.
It ain't us. Remember that.
And I told y'all where I'm going. I mean it. I swear by it.
I think I can be for at least
We can vote for it. But your vote matters.
Yeah.
But it matters what you guys are doing, because I'm not going to go throwing like a huge vote onto someone.
I want to hear who you think you vote for.
It's entirely dependent on the other people.
Well, it's a pendant. It's a pendant now. Yeah.
From Skylar Brace, I don't know how they voted.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
But we... So you know it's on So, however you vote. We'll see.
Alright, bet.
With that, the voting began.
We're near the end game now, Chloe. How does it feel to be this far?
Actually, really cool.
You have a good chance to get to the end and win this thing.
And I'm gonna try as hard as I can.
I'm so proud of you.
Stay true to who I said. But this is kind of strategy. And this is for you, Samaria.
Oh, frowny face.
Because I'm sad. I love her. I'm sorry.
You look sad. So,
I would write my name on this ballot if I really could right now. Look how poor I am.
Like, literally got out the second round and I'm still here.
This is so sad. That was so hard. Oh my goodness.
Like, honestly.
I'm so sorry. If you watch this, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he's really fun.
I feel horrible about this. I feel like, honestly, this is not the person who we need to go out right now in order for rat poison to succeed. But I didn't have enough time to actually sway it. So maybe I'm just getting blindsided. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I feel like a bitch. I feel like a straight fucking bitch. I really do. I'm so sorry. This is not what I wanted to do. I'm so fucking sorry.
Only vote that's not for me.
Like, you know what? It's time to do this.
I feel like I have to get back to that again. Do not like it.
How do you feel about that, Kyle? So that's in this camera. This one.
I feel good about my choice, but I still don't know who I can trust. I mean, I know one person I can trust, but I still don't know about the others. But this we'll find out. So, fingers crossed.
All right, guys, let's see who the final member of Limbo will be that will face off against Deb for a chance to return. Vote number 1, Zander. Vote number 2, Courtney. Vote number 3 is Courtney.
They're all me. They're all me.
She's not wrong.
Yeah,
Damn. Courtney, you have been voted out of the game. Everybody, a round of applause for Courtney. But alas, your journey has not yet come to an end. Courtney and Des, you both have came as far as you can in Limbo. Courtney's been here a while. But one of you will rejoin the game as if you were never voted out, with the equal opportunity to win this game right after this next challenge. And this next challenge is a classic. It's called Cheat Codes.
I felt like I'd be able to beat Zander more than I would be able to beat Courtney, and so that is why I chose to vote Courtney out. Feel bad, I really did, that she was part of the Jonas Sisters. And I really did try to stay true to all of my alliances, but also we were at the last, before it was the true free-for-all. And I was selfish and I wanted to win.
but Courtney asked us, she was like, hey, I'm about to get stabbed in the back right here and about to get voted out. We looked at her and we were like, no, you're not about to get stabbed in the back. So I did feel really bad about that. Courtney was the hardest vote out, and I've played this game before, but Courtney was by far the hardest vote out I've ever had. Like, I literally shed tears when Courtney got voted out. It was really sad, and I hated to see her go, but it was just one of those hard decisions that we had to make.
And Zander was like, I'm so sorry, I want to tell you. And I was just like, I feel like you made the wrong choice. I was like, if you would have stuck on this side, you'd be fine. You and Courtney.
Yeah.
And now, the very next round, what happens? Her whole team voted her out. So, she'll stay with us.
With Courtney now sadly voted out of the game, becoming the last person to join Limbo, she will face off in a head-to-head battle against Daz, where, if she wins, she will get the opportunity to rejoin the game as if she had never been eliminated in the first place. Let's see if either Daz or Courtney can win the final Limbo battle. The competition would be called Cheat Codes, and this is a classic to the series. For the final Limbo battle, Daz and Courtney would have to race into a caged area where they would attempt to memorize 10 different cheat codes. Once they thought they had the cheat code correctly memorized, they would run back to me, say the name of the cheat code, and then perform the cheat code with the correct inputs.
Down, down, punch, punch. Down, K, down, punch.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I knew that was fucking wrong.
Each cheat code has a certain amount of inputs that are as follows. P stands for punch. K stands for kick. Up arrow means jump. Down arrow means duck. Left arrow means move left. Right arrow means move right. Once you come back to me, correctly perform the cheat code, you will get 1 point.
So then that means it's right, 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 left, 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 punch, punch.
Correct.
Okay.
The first player to 10 points wins the game and rejoins. Let's tune in and see who will get out of Limbo.
In the end, they both fought hard, but one of them could not get it together.
I forgot which one that was. Fuck. K, punch, punch, punch. Left, left, punch. Right, right, special. Sorry, that's really good. Oh my god.
Up, punch, kick, punch, up, down, up.
With that, Courtney has got the extra life and won the Limbo.
Fuck.
Which means that it is over. Everybody,
Good game.
Courtney is back in the game. Congratulations to Courtney, but round of applause to Daz, everybody. Hey, Daz done so wonderful.
And with that, Daz has become the 8th place finisher in the Ultimate Human, as he was not quite able to win out over Courtney in the final Limbo competition. Very sad to see Daz go. He showed he was truly a juggernaut in this game and to the series overall by his Limbo run in this competition. So very sad to see him go. Thank you so much for playing, Daz. It was an honor to have you, and I look forward to all your future endeavors in the game. But for now, your time on the Ultimate Human has come to an end. Now set up with the top 7. It was time for a double elimination round where 2 players would both be sent home. And now that Limbo was gone, there was no opportunity to rejoin the game. This is how this round was going to play out. First, the 7 players will compete in a competition where the winner will earn their safety and the ability to save one other player. This will leave 5 players still in jeopardy. Between those 5 players, 2 of them will ultimately be eliminated. They will compete off in a mini gauntlet competition where the last place finisher will be permanently eliminated without a vote. The players that come in first and second in this gauntlet will move to the next round, safe from anything. The players that come in third and fourth will still be voted between, where one more of them would join the 5th place finisher as the eliminated player in this double elimination round.
The first challenge for this double elimination round is called Sack Attack, and it's a very simple competition. The players would take turns one at a time, tossing a sack into different colored hula hoops along the pool side. Each round, the goal was to land in a hula hoop that no other player had landed in. In addition to that, each of the colored hoops was worth a different amount of points. Round by round, the players would each toss the sack, with the player with the least amount of points each round being eliminated. This would continue until only 2 were left, and those 2 ended up being Zander or Chloe. And for Zander or Chloe, one of them would win this competition and the right to save one other player and guarantee their spot in the top 5. This is Zander's last shot. It's down to him and Chloe. And he misses, meaning that if Chloe lands it, and she does, she lands it in a circle when Zander does not, meaning Chloe has won her safety and a guaranteed spot in the top 5. And she will now choose one other to join her. With Chloe having now guaranteed her spot in the top 5 by winning the sack attack competition, she now had the responsibility of choosing one other player to take with her to that top 5. And to return the favor, she chose Kyle, meaning both Chloe and Kyle will be making it to the finale as both of them are in the top 5.
Oh my God! Hey, we're doing this for Samaria.
We are. We really are.
We have to win it for her. I mean, who else was I gonna pick? He saved me last time. I was gonna save him again. We've been in it literally since like the first.
I said day one,
the
but
first
it's like,
one, but I think like the second challenge.
The second one we were, yeah, because it was you and Samara, and then I joined in after that.
Yeah. So I feel good.
I feel good too.
Safe, which is
because at the end of the day, as long as you make it to the top 3, that's all that matters.
Well, that's what we said.
That is what we said.
Now we just gotta vote somebody else.
I know.
I felt Chloe was my biggest competition. Because her political game was amazing and just her actual gameplay itself was super good. Like I felt like it was like neck and neck on a lot of things.
These 5 players then competed in a mini gauntlet. During this gauntlet, the players first had to toss rings onto a cone. Then they were tasked with stacking up giant blocks vertically. And lastly, they had to decipher 2 word scrambles. Once a player figured out both word scrambles, they would win the challenge. And again, first and second place, they guarantee their spot in the top 5. Third and fourth place, one of them is getting voted out. And for 5th place, this is the end of the road. Ultimately, during this challenge, the players struggled far more with the word scramble at the end than I thought they would. But in the end, the top 2 players were Zander and Taneshia. Both of those players are also guaranteed a spot in the next round. The 5th place person, who was officially eliminated from the Alpha, was Courtney. Courtney came in last during this mini gauntlet and has now sadly permanently been eliminated from the game.
I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, and even if that is saying that I'm going to vote one way and then switching my vote and giving myself better odds. So let's see how the rest of this game goes. Hopefully I can stay in longer.
Courtney is one of the most legendary and passionate players to ever play the series. She brings such joy and radiance to everything she puts her mind to.
I was drowning.
One of the all-time greats of the series. Courtney, it's so sad to see you go here, but thank you so much for playing in this season of The Ultimate Human.
Okay, so it's after the Alpha, and I've come in 7th place, and I've had some time to reflect. And I did make some errors on my part, I do know that. Deciding who I wanted or should have stayed aligned with instead of going against. So that's my fault if I would have chose the other team instead of Skylar and Taneshia. I feel like that would have benefited me more in the long run. And so I think that was my biggest mistake of the game, was going with the wrong alliance.
Courtney, just like the first time you played, this time you were betrayed by your alliance. Thank you so much for playing, but for now, this ends your time on The Ultimate Human.
Is it over?
Yeah, Sumerian. Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
With Courtney's elimination from The Ultimate Human now being official,
We are now set up with our top 6 and one last elimination to have before the finale. That elimination will come between Bree and Skylar, the 3rd and 4th place finishers in this past gauntlet. Best friends now turned against each other. One of them will leave the game the episode before the finale, while the other makes it to the top 5 with a chance to win. Let's tune in and see what happens.
Okay, so when it came down to just me and Bree at the end, it was bittersweet.
Me and Skylar are on the block together. She's my closest ally in this game and one of my closest friends in real life. And it's very emotional for me, knowing that one of the two of us is going to have to be out because I wanted us to be together in the end. I honestly, as much as I want to stay in this game, if there's anyone I'm going to get taken out next to, I'm okay with it being Skylar. But I know either outcome, I'm going to be upset. And I don't know if I'm going to get voted out here. I'm hoping that I'm not going to get voted out, but the fact that I've gotten first place in this game before, and it's so late in the game, makes me a huge target at this point.
So the other Jonas sisters, Skylar and Bree, God, it really tore me up because I'm like, it's all of my alliances having to get eliminated. So having to choose between Skylar and Bree, in the end, all my votes came down to who did I feel like I could beat more. So not that Bree wasn't killing it, but there was just something about it. I was like, I feel like Skylar's gonna make it to the end. Skylar was definitely one of the top people that I was more concerned about losing to. And this is my first game, and I wanted to win. And at the end, I didn't care about what alliances were broken because we were about to get to end all be all, gotta do it on our own.
I'm hoping that at this point, Zander decided to keep me in the game because he's one of my final allies, and I did the same for him. Kyle, on the other hand, even though we have that blood brother bond, I think that he's getting a little worried. I think that he's getting a little worried about my alliances and that his only allegiance right now lies with Chloe. And that's not good for my game, that my numbers are going out and their numbers are staying in.
The vote. MTV.
So show it to me. Okay. Do you have anything to say, Kyle?
What you were 14th have been. So it can't have number 4 in there.
Do you have anything to say, Zander? R.I.P. Red Poison was the best alliance of the season, and now it has to come to an end.
We're using okay.
We will find that
Yeah,
out.
do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Right.
Anything to say, Taneshia?
I love you. It's nothing personal. Don't hate me.
As always, in the event of a tie, a simple challenge will determine which player will advance to the next round. For this challenge, all the players would have to do is slide a bottle cap across the table with the goal of getting as close to the end as possible without it falling off. Whichever of the two was able to do this would advance. The one who was the furthest would also join Courtney as the player eliminated from this double elimination round. Let's see who can get closer to the edge of the table.
Gotta work dips. I call dips.
I understand.
Ah, shit.
Skylar, if you beat
I can
that,
swing it.
It's a game.
if it falls off, you have to beat that.
Okay.
3 advances to the final prize.
That's crazy.
Not even, it's just like a
Everybody, round of applause for Skylar getting 6 points.
I did really bad in that competition, but somehow she did worse. And it's really sad to see her go. I am so proud of her for making it this far. This is her first ever alpha, and I hope that she comes back and that she wins. It was sad. Skylar's my best friend, not just in the game, but in real life, so it was actually really sad. And I was actually like tearing up just while I put my bandana down over my eyes when I was on the staircase, so it was sad.
I lost, but I lost to my best friend, so in that moment I was fine with it because if I can't win, I want her to win. So it was sad because I didn't want to be done with the game, but I was very content and I was really glad to see her go as far as she did. Queen. But anyways, I wasn't too sad. Just bummed I couldn't play anymore, but yeah.
Skylar has been a beast today. I will admit, she's beat me in a bunch of challenges, but I've won before. And they have the chance this late in the game to take me out and didn't? I don't know why, but I'm okay with it.
And with that, it is official. Skylar has been eliminated from the game and will claim 6th place in the Ultimate Human.
We have a key in alliance, so yay.
From being low-key in an alliance to Kappa Sig, Skylar always kept people on their toes. For her first attempt, she made a huge impact on the overall event. Skylar, thank you so much for playing, but for now, this will be the end of your journey here on The Ultimate Human.
The next episode will be the season finale. We'll find out which one of these 5 humans will win it all, claim the title of the Ultimate Human, and the cash prize associated with it. Very excited and very looking forward to sharing all of that with you. But for now, this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Is it over?
Yeah, Sumerian. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da.
Capsic.